Good morning, Discord. Morning, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Let's get into it. Okay, so we had FOMC. It went crazy in after hours. A lot of volatility. We had a gap up, or yeah, in the pre-market. So they're testing all-time highs. Oh, okay, all-time highs 698.36. Let's see what they do. Oh, we have the 5 in striking distance. We have the 5 at 93.93. Can everyone hear me? All right, it looks good. Looks good. All right, let's get into it. Let's clear this range first. But we do have the 5 in striking distance. Let's check higher time frame. Below the water sideways on the 5. Okay, we're sideways right now. We're sideways. We need to get this, we need to clear this first. This area in here. Striking distance, meaning that it's within reason for a price to want to test this to grab liquidity. So when I'm saying striking distance, I mean it's not out of the realm of possible, or you know, it's highly probable that they're gonna want to test the 5 to grab liquidity. No, we gotta wait for the setup, right? So the setup would be here's the answer. This is the path for your safety. Oh, okay, got you. Okay, Rhino, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you. I want to talk to you in a little bit. We need to come up with a plan. I think you may have already had it. I think you may have already had the plan. I just need to conceptualize it in my head. Okay, let's get back into it. I'm a little off kilter this morning. Give me a moment. So yeah, the platform drama continues. Now they're telling me something about the videos are containing political ads from a certain continent. I'm like, what? You guys you're clearly not watching my videos, because they don't even say anything about any of that. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. They're saying I'm doing political ads. I'm like, wait, what? At least it's not from the videos that I'm uploading, so I don't even know where they're getting that from. Now again, your safety is going to be below the 5. If you're trading from here to here, that's a risk on you. Your safety is below the 5. On a break, retest, and a rejection of the 5. The 5-minute chart has some downward pressure. The 30-minute might be starting a bear cycle. Oh wait, give me a second. There. Okay. Okay, let me get this out the way really quick. Do not consider this financial advice. Trading stocks involve risk. The owner of this channel, the traders that appear in the broadcast, and their affiliate companies are not liable for the losses inflicted in relation to its content. And then after you read that, look at the bottom right. Go to that website. You'll be all right. All right, let's see what we got. Why? Okay, here we go. All right, look here. You see how the wick went? It wicked exactly on my flexion point. You see the wick? The wick is at 95.66. Here's the wick. The next candle retested, and then the rejection. Okay? If you didn't catch the trade, that's fine. Wait for the next setup. So again, it wicked exactly, precisely to my flexion point, retested, and then rejected. If you didn't catch it, don't worry. There's more coming up. You'll be fine. If the interaction between me and Jones didn't give you guys a clue, then don't worry. Take your time. Oh, damn. That might be true. Hold on. This might be true. You think maybe? No. Because they're... Yeah, because they're... Okay. Damn, that might be true, man. What you said. Nico. Maybe. I hope not. That would be insane. I'm assuming it's the AI that's telling them what the hell. I'm assuming it has to be the AI, and the AI is just trash. Because it's been promoting credit card fraud. They're saying that I'm promoting political ads for a certain certain continent. I'm like, wait, what? You're not watching my videos. But they need to. They need to, because they'd quit that job immediately. There we go. But look, if you're looking for the safety, wait for the break and retest of this, the 5. If you're playing in here, that's on you. Let's see if they want to test 95, 91 before they continue down, or let's see. You know, ideally, here's would be our up scenarios. Ideally, like this. If you're not in a trade already, let's wait a few cycles. Let's get some data before we start making decisions. If you're in the trade, follow one of the exit strategies. Simple. Yeah, let's see if they want to grab some liquidity off 95.91. That was an ugly line. All right, if you took this this flexion right here, you got to start protecting your trade. We're gonna have to put this as a win because we're just gonna have to. We're gonna have to put this as a win. If you didn't take the trade, it's fine. Don't worry. You got plenty more time. Market just open. And if you don't see something that looks good to you, don't take the trade. But we're gonna have to. Yeah, we had time for this one. We had time for this one, so. There it is. All right, early morning. I like this. I like this. Early. Get it out of the way early. And now we've padded our account so we have a little bit of risk money. A little bit of risk money. You don't need to risk too much. So what we don't want to do is eat into our profit. So any trades after this, make sure you're not eating into your profit. Figure out a percentage that you're willing to risk for the rest of the day and stick to that. Like, okay, I made this much. I'm only going to risk 30%. I'm only going to risk 45%, whatever you decide. Yeah, I literally only gave everyone one option. We only had one option here. So oh man, early. And I was frustrated this morning, but I think we're gonna be okay. I got a little flustered this morning because they keep attacking me for I don't know what reason, but it's okay. We did all right. Bang. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. Yeah, me and Jones had a little conversation. Important conversation we just had. If you didn't take the trade, you didn't miss anything. Relax. I know. You're like, oh, is it too late to jump in? Is it too late to jump in? Is it too late to jump in? Is it too late? I already know it. I already know it, so it's going to take time. It's going to take you a little bit of time. Okay, so we're at the 5. Let's see what they want to do. Now tighten up your stops, okay? I'm not saying to stop yourself out. What I'm saying is, okay, here we go. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is great. I mean, look at the wick and look at the flexion for the retrace, and you're not going to get much better, folks. You better join this Discord. Join before February because it's going up in February. It's and also here's what we need to figure out. So for people that are already in, I told you we're going to grandfather you in. So we're going to grandfather you in at the January price, and you're going to be locked in. You don't have to worry anymore. And then once you get locked in, it'll be automatic. You don't have to keep doing the same thing. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be easier for us. Hold on, let me focus really quick. I'm just focusing. Give me one moment. Okay. So, I think there's a link. So you got to use that link. Yeah, use that link. Okay. Hold on, sorry. Wow, today has been, okay, I don't need to take another trade for the rest of the day. Okay, we had the 20 at 89.91. So our safety puts are going to be underneath the 20. It has to be underneath the 20 because we don't want to get stuck in between the 5 and the 20. Oh, please. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let's go. You may be able to, it's like on a single candle type deal, you maybe want to maybe consider this a break, and then this next candle is the retest and then the reject. You know, we prefer the full motion. Look at what we have going on here. If I start to see some big green candles, I'll probably I'll take profit on the 5. I'll leave some runners a little bit above. I'm gonna leave some runners enough to, you know, still be in profit, but I'm gonna try to hold it so they don't smack me in the face and turn around and keep going. All right, so let's see if this is the break, the retest. Now let's see what they got. All right, my first set got taken out here. That was a good trade. This was an excellent trade. This is an amazing trade. I'll probably leave the runner somewhere up here. Still in profit, but all right, look, we gotta watch out for this area if they get up here. If they do, we want to look for this. Technically, we should still be in exit 1, technically. However, we know the 5 has all the liquidity. That's why I took most of my money right here. Technically, we're still in 1. If we start to trade up here, we're going to start to think the other direction. I think I'm gonna let. I think I want to survive maybe a bear cycle here. A week. Excuse me. I want to survive a week bull cycle here, or maybe I don't have to because we're still technically in exit strategy 1. I know there's a lot of drawdown, but this is still exit 1. So there we go. So hopefully we can get back down here so I can get a second bite at the apple. And then if I get my second bite, then I'll start moving my runners a little bit. The 20 is at 90. So let's see if they want to grab some liquidity off the 5, and then we'll see. But yeah, we're far below the water, so I'm gonna hold on to some runners here. You see how I change up the exit sometimes? It depends. It's not always a a one size fits all deal. All right, now I'm getting my second bite at the apple. So I'm not upset that I took my profit, that I took a lot of money off the table somewhere up here. I'm not upset about that. Now granted, I would have had double the money by now, but it's fine. It's fine. I also know don't play around the 5 too much. Don't play around. You know, take money if you can. I've learned that lesson. But I've also learned to hold runners. I've learned to hold runners for this reason right here. Here we go. Let's go. Give me a little bit more. Give me a little more. Today's been an amazing day. Absolutely amazing. If you're new, welcome. Welcome. But don't feel FOMO. You gotta hold on. Let me focus. You gotta stick to the plan that I laid out. It's in the lessons. You gotta go through those lessons. Don't FOMO now and try to be a hero. And today's not the day for that. We do this every day. You're not missing anything. This is the part where you educate yourself. You just need the experience. Once you get the experience, it'll be a lot easier. You're going to be okay with the risk. Once you understand the risk. Because right now you're probably thinking, but what if it turns around on me? Or what if I buy right now and then it goes against me? Because every time I've done it in the past, every time I go in, that's when the market turns around. I know that's what you're thinking already. And eventually, you know, that you're going to get over that. It takes time. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna let these runners run. I kind of wish I didn't take out literally half the position here, but that's fine. That's fine. All right, we got the 20 at 89.96. Let's see what they want to do. Now we don't want to get stuck in chop in between the 20 and the 5, okay? So if you haven't taken a trade yet, your next safety play is going to be underneath the 20. Hold on, let me focus really quick. So for the new members, let me explain. It was a good question, right? Or it was a comment. The comment was, let me know when I need to get in. The information is already on your screen. the information's already here, right? On the break, the retest, and the reject, the information was here. So there's never going to be a time where I'm going to tell you buy call, buy put. That's not going to happen. You need to determine on your own, and it's going to take time and experience. And if I'm telling you, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a journey for you to take, so you eventually won't need me. But there's never going to be a time where I'm going to say buy put now, buy call now. I'm not going to do that. I'm showing you the risks. It's up to you to take the risks. There's a risk involved in everything you do. And in case you didn't know, hold on. Bang. If you're asking me to tell you buy put, buy, or tell you when to buy put, buy call, that's going to cost a lot more money than that. A lot more than that. What is it, 125 right now? It's going to cost a lot more. So just take the education. But if you're new, again, it takes time. Give yourself some time. If you don't want to hear that answer, I don't know what you're expecting. I don't know what business you think you're going to get into where it's just going to be, here's a whole bunch of cash flowing into your pocket and you don't do any work or you don't invest any time into yourself. That's not a thing. That's not a thing, and it's not here. Everyone that's in the Discord, they're fully aware of the risk. They're fully aware that not all these plays are going to work. We've been lucky. We've been very fortunate. But eventually, it's not going to work. Eventually. It's just math. I know eventually I'm going to get it wrong one time. It has to happen at some point. We've been very fortunate that, it hasn't been yet. But for anyone else, this is not a signal group where I'm telling you buy call, buy put now. If the information I'm providing, when I'm drawing an arrow in a direction, if I'm drawing an arrow, that is, and you see the price doing what the arrow's doing, that is your signal. There's nothing more I can do, right? And if you see more than one arrow on the screen, because there's more than one path. So we need to determine the most likely setups. So that's why we're here. So, you're asking me, when should I get in? With the arrow that I drew, right? Oh, boom, boom. That's what this means. This is a path that I want to see the price take. Hold on. Once we get under 92.18, I'm going to start adjusting my runners. Under it. Or nah. All right, now I'm going to start adjusting my runners. I'm not going to stop myself out. I'm just going to adjust. And I told everyone I was already holding through this week bull cycle. Everyone already knows. And if it's your day one and you don't know what a week bull cycle is, you need to go do the homework. Day one, you should be in those books. It shouldn't be, I'm trading actual money, right? Because there's a process, right? The process is you paper trade until you understand. This is not a get rich quick scheme. You're supposed to paper trade until you get it. And if you have questions, ask the questions. That's what I'm here to answer. Look at the short-term financial success we're experiencing right now. Oh, goodness. So look, here's the thing. If I drew this path, it's up to you to decide, is this a risk I want to take? You'll know how the risk is once you'll know, your risk tolerance, or, excuse me, let me restart. You'll educate yourself on risks through the lessons that I provide. So if it's day one and you're asking a very valid question, you should have that question. However, the answer is already in the lessons that I provide. So it's up to you to take that time. I think they're like 25, maybe 45 minutes, a couple videos, Maybe a little dry, a little boring. You can click through it, and then there's one document for entries and exits. So if I'm literally drawing a path on the screen, this is what I'm saying that is the setup. Look at the print. We are printing. I'm gonna stop saying currency or anything. I'm just gonna say manufacturing. We are manufacturing. I can't even talk anymore. They've completely castrated me. I can't even talk anymore, but it's fine. I think everyone sees what's going on. But look, if I sound like I'm being aggressive, I'm not. I'm not. This is how I talk. But I'm glad that you asked the question. Don't sit here and be in the dark. Don't do that. I'm glad you asked the question, but I'm willing to bet on a balance of probabilities that every question you have is in the lessons. Click on the Getting Started channel. Go through those lessons. You got to scroll up. Scroll up a little bit. Go through those lessons. All of your questions are answered in those lessons. It's up to you to take that risk. If you want me to tell you buy call, buy put, that's going to cost you way more money, my friend. Way more money. Okay, so I held through the week bull cycle as I said I would. Remember, I told you, and it's different sometimes, right? When the price is doing certain things, I'm getting out, and I don't get those right either. How many times do I get stopped out and it continues? But I've made a decision that I'm okay with that. So if the price was going to go up, we would wait for the price to get, remember? So this is where you need to pay attention. If the price is going to go up, I was saying we got to wait for it to get up here, do this dance, and then we'll be interested. Then we'll be interested in calls, but it has to be somewhere up here. Otherwise, we're looking for a break and retest of the 5 for your puts, right? So break and retest for puts. This was your entry. This was called out early this morning. Early this morning, me and Jones were having a conversation. So if you're unable to hold through the drawdown, there's nothing I can do about that. I can only tell you what the price is going to do, what it should look like. I don't know what it's going to do, but what it needs to look like in order for a certain thing to happen. So here's our plays. This first one was on our 5-minute chart. Hold on. This second one, let's see, 93.75. The second one was on the break and retest and reject of the 5, because the 5 was here. Right? So this is also called out. So you're asking me when? I already said it. I already said it a long time ago. So technically you should already be in profit. Now you've paid for your month, your subscription. You paid for your month subscription and you bought yourself one Gucci flip-flop. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's just how it works. Now we're at the 20. So then maybe you should look to see if you get this pattern, right? Go to the 20. We're down here. Look to see if this pattern happens here. Easy. It's too easy. Don't stress. You already know what it needs to look like. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Oh yeah. I told you 3K. I'm gonna get you there, 3K. I told you. And hopefully when I said I'm personally holding throughout this goddamn, I'm doing strategy probably number 2 right now. So I might go ahead and take some profit here. Yeah, I might stop out. Ugh, I want to. All right. See, I don't know what to do now. Whatever I do, I need to be okay with it. So I probably need to get up and walk away. That's probably what I need to do. But here, again, we're at the 20. So I took profit here. It'd be smart for me to take some profit here too. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to start tightening up my stops. If it shoots down, you know, it happens. It happens, and I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll give it a little bit of room. I'll give it a little bit of room. I'm going to let exit 1 play out right now. I'm going to let 1 play out. And then after 1, then I'll be out. For sure. If exit strategy 1 from this point here, I'm employing exit strategy 1. But you know, I already have runners. So hold on. Man, I just wanted to dump again really. Okay, well that's the opposite. Yeah, I'm just gonna do exit 1, and I'm gonna be happy with that. I'm reverting back to exit strategy 1. I went from 1 to 2 to 3. Now I'm back to 1, and then I'm gonna be okay with that. Even if it dumps from here, oh well. All right, here we go. Here we go. I didn't stop out yet. I'm still on exit strategy 1, right? If you don't know what exit strategy 1 is, you need to get in the books. You need to get in the books. It'll take you only a couple minutes. Couple minutes. You see, what I didn't let happen was allow this to scare me out. You know, I'm in puts, right? So I didn't allow this to scare me out because I knew I'm following 1 no matter what. I made my decision. Win, lose, or draw. Well, can't lose, but win, win, or win. Win, win, or win. I was going to do number 1 anyway because I already made, and I'm not upset with that decision right now. But I am tightening my stop though because we're on the 20. So if I need to get back in on a break and retest underneath the 20, I'll do that. But for now, I'm trying to let me focus. I'm here. I'm just being quiet. I just need to focus really quick. I don't know if I want to survive another weak bull. I don't know if I want to survive another weak bull. I'm just going to follow the strategy. Let whatever needs to happen, happen. Okay. Come on. I like those wicks. I like those wicks, but I know we're at a high liquidity level right here, especially the 20. Remember, the 20 MA is the center of the Bollinger Bands. The top band is, I don't even know what it is, but the top and bottom band, don't know. But I know the 20 is the center of the Bollinger Bands. So this is a major, you know, some people trade Bollinger, some people trade MACD, whatever. This is a major one. Okay. I would actually be really surprised if it just dumps. I'll kind of be surprised. Because the truth is, I don't know myself. I don't know, but I know what it needs to look like. Okay. Okay. Come on. Oh, if we get under the 20, then okay. Still an exit strategy 1. I'm still in exit strategy 1. Come on. I gotta tighten it up here. Dang, I want to chase it, but okay, I don't need to be a hero here. we've already accomplished our goal for the week. Okay, that one got me right here. Oh no! Okay, now we have to worry about this. All right, here. This one got me. Oh wow, that was an amazing trade. This was absolutely phenomenal. I'm telling you, the home runs will come. The home runs will come. Break, retest under the 5. This was stated. So whoever asked me what for the call out, I stated it. I said exactly when to buy your put. If you didn't understand it, that means you need to go through the books. That's all. Listen, it's day 1. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. If you start, don't FOMO and all that stuff right now. You're not there yet. You're not there yet to even feel FOMO. You need, look, they got me. It's okay. I knew I wasn't going to survive this one anyway, so I'll be okay with it. Okay, amazing. Let's look for, again, it's gonna have to be break and retest above the 5. So this is how it works. And I know 3K, I know she loves moving average days. Look at this, see what they did to me? You see what they did to me? I'm okay, I'll be all right. So here's the thing, even if it does drop from here, I know that the 20 is a lot of liquidity, and if it dumps from here, great. But I know on a balance of probabilities, I should have just taken it here. So that's what I did, and I'm not upset with it. I'm not upset. But look on your screen, these are the setups. And if it's not, then guess what? Thank me later. Thank me later, because that means you're in chop. So setups are on the screen. I'm going to circulate some blood. I'm going to let this trade settle out. We had a good day. We had an absolutely phenomenal day already. It's only been 45 minutes. Hold on, wait, let me focus real quick. It's so annoying because I had my original stop right here. My original stop was right here. If I just would have left it alone, I would have been fine. It's okay. I can be upset. Okay, now we need to see if this pattern plays out here. Oh no, no, wait. Okay, I am going to get up, circulate some blood, wait for this to play out, wait for the break and retest. You don't want to get, so the reason why you want to wait for the break and retest, a strong one. deep structure is because you want to protect against the stop hunt. You got to make sure they're not grabbing liquidity from right here. You don't want them to grab liquidity on you and then turn around, smack you in the face, and keep going. So let this play out. Let it be deep structure. If you didn't take the trade, you didn't miss anything. We do it every day. Don't feel FOMO. You're going to ruin your account if you feel, oh man, I should have done that. Or if you feel like you're missing out on something and you're going to ruin your account. This is education. And I like to pretty much point out that this freehand drawing, look where it stopped. Look where the wick is. Come on now. Now let's see what they got. Let's see what they want to do here. Let's see what they want to do. This is just luck, by the way. Just luck. We'll see what they want to do. We don't know. Okay, sorry, I was talking on mute the whole time. Look, only the Discord members have access to the 30-minute charts. This is my Pink Ranger. Pink Ranger means underneath this level, buy put, right? Above this level, buy call. So, Pink Ranger from 9609, 6-point move. Get out of my face. Pink Ranger, this morning, we already knew. Everyone in the Discord, if you have access to my personal charts, we already knew. Underneath this pink, buy put. So it's up to you if you want to take that risk. That's up to you. But if you're asking me, tell me when I should do whatever, I already have. I already have. And the thing is, you didn't know it because you only been here for a day or maybe a couple hours. So you didn't know it. So you got to give yourself that time. You got to give yourself that time, man. Yeah, let a break and retest, right? We need to see this pattern here. Let me check in. Let me check in. I'm gonna check in with you. So Discord members, when you have access to my personal charts, we already know what's gonna happen. We already know. Well, I mean, we have a, let me not say we already know because they're gonna shadow ban me. We have a high confidence level, I guess. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to call it. Because we haven't taken a loss, so I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what they want me to tell them. I guess they just want me to lie to people. I'm not good at that, though. Alright, we might stick with this purple. Let's see. We might stick with this purple. Look, if this thing turns around right exactly where I ended this, exactly where I ended this freehand drawing, if it turns around right here, you got to donate my brain to science. You have to do it. I'll be okay with it. It's fine. It's probably for the greater good. Because no one person should wield this power. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that that's real. Okay. Now look, if we want to protect against the stop hunt, right? This is how we protect against the stop hunt. Just like this. It has to look like this. If it doesn't look like this, we're not interested. Now look, the stuff is going to take time. The stuff is going to take time. You know, even me, I still get, the red candle still gets me sometimes, right? The red candle still gets me. I could have made more if but you know, I didn't. I decided where I was going to take my money, so I'm okay with that. And that's not unreasonable because it's at the 20. It's at the 20 MA. That's not unreasonable. So inside here, if you're taking trades, that's on you. The safety is going to be somewhere below the 20, somewhere above the 5. Once we get there, then we're going to assess the situation. But in between here, there's really nothing for me to do. If you're taking the risk on, here, let me show you. Look at this move. This is, look, here we go. Hold on, I messed that up. This might be one entry. However, you're going to be up against the 5 or wherever this major liquidity was. What is this? 93.16? Let's see. Yeah, you're going to be up against where the major liquidity of the 5. So you need to measure risk to reward, right? So if you're in here, good luck. I personally, I don't know. Sometimes it depends, right? It's all, the market's dynamic. It's never 100% anything. All we have is a balance of probabilities. That's all. And then you're going to understand the balance much better in time. It takes time. And the reason why I'm saying that is because once you start seeing the patterns over and over and over, once you start realizing, oh, junk, last time that happened, I stopped myself out. Let me not do that. Or the last 4 times that happened, I stopped myself out. Let me not do that. Or the last time I saw this pattern, I didn't take the trade. Let me at least take the risk. Let me be okay with it. And then sometimes what we do is we'll be like, okay, I'm going to take this contract, and instead of me buying a 6-pack of beer, I'm only going to get a tall boy. That's what we'll do. And then that's what I used to do, stuff like that. It's like, all right, in order for me to make this make sense for me to take this trade that I'm scared of, I'm going to, you know, not buy something in order to make myself feel better for not wasting money. That's how I'm going to save the money, I guess. You know, all these thoughts I used to have. So if you've had those thoughts, you're on the right track. You're on the right track, right? That's just what it is. That's the trader's journey. That is the trader's journey. It is, let me tell you, it is cognitive dissonance at its finest. You have to have some level of cognitive dissonance because none of it makes sense. It all goes against what you want to do, and you have to do the opposite. You got to do the exact opposite of what you want to do, and that's the hard part. Once you learn how to fight that off and learn how to use that as a tool, like, okay, this is what I like. Like Warren Buffett always says, when everyone's in fear, that's when you buy. You buy when everyone's in fear. Once your 17-year-old child starts telling you, hey, we should buy crypto, that's when it's time to sell crypto. Same thing in the stock market. Same thing. All right, look, here's a good example. I drew the flexion here. If you didn't take the trade, there's nothing I can do, right? There's nothing I can do if you didn't take this trade. I showed you what the setup was. But if you're like, but he's telling me to be careful in between the 5 and the 20, okay, I get it. I'm identifying the risk because I don't know the answer myself. I'm only going off the data that's being presented. And I'm, historical, right? So history has told me that liquidity is built up on the 5, liquidity is built up on the 20. Don't mess around here. Take profit. Don't be greedy. That's what I've learned. And now, let's see if these algos want to work. This is our first time testing anything, so yeah, we didn't get a chance to test anything. Yeah, I don't really like it. I don't really like it. We'll see. We're gonna find out. We gotta test it, right? Only way to find out. So ideally, in a normal circumstance, not, we like the price to build in a certain algorithm and then break one of our trend lines. Okay. Okay. Remember the pattern we want to look for when it breaks. If you took the purple, you got to protect your trade. If you took purple, you got to protect your trade. It's too close to the 20, so don't let your contract get eaten away. Follow your strategy, but I don't recommend going negative on this. Okay, so look, ideally we want to build in. I didn't get a chance to find it yet, but I did find, most likely I found this purple. So ideally we like to buy puts on the break of our, whatever this color is at that time. And let's see how far it goes. Okay, hold on. They're fighting at what, 89? Oh no, yeah, 89. Fight at 89. Let's see if they break through. Okay. Okay. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Eesh. Just don't overstay your welcome, okay? Take your money. Don't get greedy. I'm not saying to stop yourself out. What I am saying is to follow your strategy. Let's get a firm, come on, one more down. Okay. Look, we just identified purple. If you didn't take it, it's fine. Just let whatever needs to happen, happen, and then we're gonna identify another one. We'll identify another one. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Here we go. There it is. Okay. Hold on, let me wait, I don't know, is this Jones, right? I don't know if you're being serious or not, or sarcasm. Okay. All right, let me explain really quick. So we're looking at the 1 minute chart, right? So we've identified the risk on the 20. So the risk is on the 20. What we want is a break, a retest, and a rejection. That's what this means right here. We want a break, a retest, and a rejection of the 20. And we were able to identify that based off the break of our purple. So the drawing is, here's the thing. It had to be puts because the call option was up here. So we only had a put option, right? I mean, we only had the choice of puts because the call option's up here. There's only one option. There's only one choice to make here. Inside here, you're probably not taking any trades. We wanted to see the break, the retest, and reject of the 20. So remember I said we want to see, excuse me, this pattern over here. We want to see the retest, reject, break, retest, reject, right? This is the pattern we wanted to see over here. So this gray is kind of like a shadow zone, like showing you maybe chop. Yeah, it's showing you chop basically. This was showing the 20. This was showing the 5. I mean, is that a little clearer? Okay, look. Don't. So, okay. Don't allow my bias to guide you. This is my bias, right? You all need to come up with. I'm giving you all. Even though I have my lessons written, you'll see. The red candles scare me. I'm a human being. I'm not perfect. Correct. Yeah. Don't let my bias. You know how many times I've been like, oh, you know, I think, and then it does the complete opposite. There's, you know, I don't know the answer. I just know what it needs to look like. That's my bias. Don't let my bias guide you. Let the charts are going to tell us what we need to know. I can talk till I'm blue in the face. The path is going to be the path. We only had put options because the call was way up here. We were very far away from calls. We were very far below the water. However, I would be remiss if I didn't say that there's a lot of liquidity built up on the 20. That'll be crazy, right? I have to inform people that this is what it looks like. You need to experience this. This is, look at the moving average. This is what it looks like. You need to experience this. When we're at the moving averages, now you know. My bias is irrelevant. What do I? Okay, hold on. Hold on, wait, I need to focus here a little bit. Also, think about this. If we're upset because I think it's a good problem to have that we didn't print enough money. That's a good problem to have, Jones. That's a good problem to have. I love those type of problems. Also, remember I said, me personally, I know I don't want to survive a week bull cycle anymore. Me personally, I don't want to survive it. I'm gonna wait for the setup. What was the setup? Purple. Purple was the setup when I said, hold on. But also, I mean, we literally have a drawing. It's literally drawn out. Here, I'll finish it. Bang. Yeah, we said we wanted to see this pattern. Look, see this pattern? Break, retest. Break, retest. We needed to see that pattern. All right, I'm gonna start adjusting my stops. I got filled late on this. I got filled somewhere in here. But I'm still gonna adjust my stops. Today's been a phenomenal day. On the 1 minute we're getting, they don't even care. It's oversold and they don't even care. Look at, okay. Look, either way, it's impossible because I said underneath the 20, right? I've been saying if we get underneath the 20, yeah, you know, how long you hold. I can't tell you when to sell your contracts. That's a personal decision. Because here's the thing, you wouldn't want me telling you how to control any other aspect of your money, right? So why is this different? It's not. This is your business. You don't want me controlling your money because, you know, we'd be donating a lot more to charity. We'd be giving a lot more charity. You don't want me controlling your money. I'm simply identifying risk. And I'm going through my thought process of what the risk is, right? Some people they can hold through this type of stuff. They can hold. Me, I cut it and I'll get back in if I need to. That's just how I am. I don't know why. It's probably because I've been turned around and smacked in the face so many, or the market's just tricked me so many times that I got issues. Who hurt you? The market. The market hurt me. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, besides me saying underneath the 20, there's nothing more I can do. The price went underneath the 20. Broke, retested, rejected the 20. This is perfect. There's textbook. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, you got to go to the website, livespytrading.com. I will get you sorted. There it is. Go there. You're going to be okay. I told you the home runs will come. The home runs are going to come. If you stick to the strategy, you take a little bit of profit here and there, $10, $3, who cares? It's a win. Don't be upset about making money. Learn the lesson, what you could have done better or what you should have done better. This is a journey. You're not going to get it all in one day. I don't get it right all the time. But at the end of, but we win the war. I lose some of the battles. We win the war. And look, even though I was like, I'm really sketchy about this purple, it didn't matter my feeling about it. The purple was the purple. There's nothing I can do about it. Even though I didn't like it, that's what it is. There's nothing I can do. So here's the lesson. Follow the chart. I'm a human and I have emotions and I have bias and I try to fight it as best I can. But the chart is not going to lie to us. Now they're going to be hold on, let me focus. I'm here, I'm just focusing. Give me a second. There's going to be days when, you know, random event happens, someone says something, and it triggers a reaction. Maybe a Fed meeting, whatever it is, it triggers a reaction. There's going to be those days, but for the majority of the time, the market likes structure. If we follow the structure, the path that I'm drawing, if we follow the algorithms, the build in this, the break of that, this is our best bet. How do we know? Because we have the data to look at this. Look at this. Oh man, I needed this. All right. Okay, we needed this. I had a late fill. I had to fill way over here. Late fill. And chances are some of us are like, there's so much FOMO right now. I already know because the room's silent. I already know the room's silent. Unless everyone's really focused on their brokerage, which don't focus too much, because look, candles like this can mess you up. Candle, you know, when they turn around and smack you and then keep going, that's why you don't want to focus too much. Zoom out, use the chart. And then once your exit has triggered, then you go to the brokerage. This is what I recommend. If you stay in the brokerage, it's gonna mess you up. It's gonna mess you up. Look, if you want the 30-minute money, guess how long you gotta wait? Quick math. Okay, let me recap. See some chat. The first trade of the day was in the Discord on the... Here, let me move this really quick. It was the break exactly to this flexion point where you see this wick. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So you see this wick and this flexion point. It was the break, the retest, and then the reject. So our first entry was over here. And yes, this was only in the Discord. It's really hard to trade off YouTube. If you are, I don't know how. Good. You're amazing. I don't know how you're doing it, but good enough. Good luck. But if you want the real money, here, look. If you want the real money, the Discord members had something called the Pink Ranger. Pink Rangers are high probability wins. I told everyone to get in at 9609 on puts. This is a fact. Look at this money. No one can dispute this. I have a Pink Ranger here. If you don't know what a Pink Ranger is, you need to get in my Discord. And this is why you need to get in the Discord. If you don't see why you need to get in the Discord, this is the reason why. Look, for days like this. And if you're so cheap, if you are so cheap, you're never gonna make it. You're never going to make it. I'm telling you. This is just a fact. If the data in front of your face doesn't tell you, I need to go to this website ASAP Rocky, this ain't for you, man. Or lady, whatever you are, this not for you. You're never going to make it. I already know. The same way how I know exactly where to buy the put, the same way how I know that the 5 is in striking distance, we need to pay attention to that. The same way how I know that calls had to be up here, there's no other option. The same way how I know on a break and retest, look at the path. Look at this path. That same way how I know all of this is how I know you're never gonna make it. Never gonna happen for you. Good luck. If you're not willing to put in the work and study the lessons that are there, you don't have to pay for that. That's there. That's for everybody to use. The lessons are actually free. If you just join the Discord, you get a free trial. Free trial, you check it out. I'm not begging anybody to join. I'm just telling you, you're stupid for not. Actually stupid. Actually stupid. You're trying to play the stock market. I gave away 100% winner. Look, I mean, this is over. Look, because you're not in the Discord. You didn't know about a Pink Ranger. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Get in my face so I can tell you, get out of my face. This is every day. If you're new, welcome. Okay, if that wasn't good enough, I have on the trading plan a long-term inverse cup and handle. Hey, there's another way you could have won. If that wasn't enough, let me see what else. If that wasn't enough, I have a long-term head and shoulders. Right? A long-term head and shoulders with the exact play. The exact play, and actually you can see the Pink Ranger on there, so you know it's not BS. You know it's not BS. The Pink Ranger is on that chart, on that screenshot. It's impossible to lose today if you just stuck to the strategy. Impossible. Don't say that. No, I don't play around with God like that. Don't say that. There's only one God, and it ain't me. I don't know how many ways Discord can win today. I don't know how many. Pink Ranger, trading plan, this is all done before the market opened. Way before the market opened. Well, not way before, maybe 30 minutes or so. Look at the money. Oh my goodness. Wow. Amazing. Don't worry. You didn't miss anything. We do this every day. I know what you're saying. I know, I get it. I know what you're feeling right now. That empty feeling in the pit of your stomach, like, no, and it's still going, and I've done nothing, and it's still going, and I've done. I get it. I know. I've been there. That's not even really, but. It's going to be hard to jump in now. It's going to be really hard. We need to find the point where they're like, okay, that's enough. And then there's going to be a significant, maybe you can get in on a revenge call. A revenge call is something I refer to, when we have a very strong, whatever, obviously the put direction this time. We're in a strong put scenario right now. And the revenge call is when you see that immediate reversal, you jump in, maybe you can catch a couple candles, and but I don't recommend you do that. That's just, yeah, look at this. Look at this. Still trying to figure out when should I jump in, when should I jump. I get it. I know. But. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. Today has been the absolute best day. It's been a long time since we had one of these. I needed this. I needed this. I was thinking, should I go 357 or 44, right? And I'm like, you know what? I can pop 3 rounds with 350, you know, 357s with 1 44 round. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go 357. Let me be cheap. Now I'm like, we'll get the 44. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll get the 44. No. Hey, I saw the 4570 yesterday. I actually saw it. It is in person, it's actually even more crazy. In person, that is insane. Yeah, I saw it yesterday. Why not just show your Discord for a moment and show a quick walkthrough? Because the Discord is offered for free. It's off. You get free that show off you want to see. It's offered for free. You just got to go to the website. I've already covered it, brother. Tech Facts Global already covered it. If you go to the website, you get the free access. If that's too much work, then man. I don't know, man. You're never gonna make people happy, but people are never gonna be happy. Make yourself happy. People are never gonna be happy. You can give them the world, and they'll be like, yeah, but what about the moon? Okay, well, here's the moon too. Jupiter has 2 moons. Okay, or Jupiter has 6 moons. However many moons Jupiter has. Okay, well, I guess I'll add some more. I'll manufacture some more moons. People are never happy. And I know I had a female, or I try to do a female voice, but it's everybody. Everybody. Man, my phone's blowing up. Look at this money. Okay, this is the pullback I think we all been waiting for, right? We all knew a pullback was in order. We all know a pullback was in order. Now look, here's the thing. All right. Are we going to a bear market? We'll know that when, here look. We have, whenever we have the price, and then we have, so this is a bull market, right? You want to have your 200 MA, your 20 MA, your 5 MA, and then your price. Okay? This is a bull market. When this is opposite, once you have your 5, once you have this is a bear market. So I like to think of it like when the price touches the 5, that's a pullback. When it touches the 20, that's a correction. Or excuse me, when it touches the 200, that's a correction. If we start trading underneath the 200, now we're in the bear market. Look, maybe a revenge call, right? See a revenge call I'm talking about? When you start to see, maybe you can scalp a couple. This one stopped me out. So if you're really waiting for the call, you would wait, or you know, trying to scalp some real quick, you would wait for this. Where'd they turn around? Let's see. 85.22. So when I first started, or once I got a little more comfortable, I would wait for something like this, and then I would buy the call, and I call this a revenge call. And that's just me simply chasing it as best I can to collect something. So I would let all this happen if I missed out, because you know I used to miss the plays all the time because I used to hesitate, and then I used to be like, oh no, it's here, I'm too late. I used to do that all the time, and then I would see it continue, and it would burn my biscuits, let me tell you. So then when it used to hit the bottom, I used to wait for something like this, and then I would do something called a revenge call. And the revenge call is, once you see this, you know, kind of momentum the other way, because it's going to hit a certain point. They're going to hit a point where there's going to be a whole bunch of calls triggered, and then they need to settle it from there. But once they hit that point, I would quickly buy a call and then chase it. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying what I used to do. Whenever I got my, you know, whenever my ass was chapped from missing all this, I used to wait for this. Okay, this has been a absolutely phenomenal day. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. We had a good day. Let me clean up. I've been completely ignoring this and this. So I appreciate all the love and support. However, I'm no longer accepting, because I keep getting, I'm no longer accepting direct contribution. You have to go to the website. You have to go to the website. It's easier. It's just cleaner. It's better. It's simpler. Just go to the website. I think it's a pretty quick sign up. And make sure you do it before February, because February, if you're not already in it, so here's the thing, here's what we need to talk about. If you're already here in January, it may have already been figured out, but I'm gonna get more clarity soon. I don't know yet, so let me project what I foresee could be an issue, is that I need to make sure that everyone that's in here gets in at the same price. So when they go to renew, man, I think everyone should just do it before. Just do it, and okay, this is what I suggest. If you decide not to, then I'll make sure it's right either way. But what I suggest is this: whoever decides to sign up, or if you want to continue, do it ASAP Rocky. If you had more time left on your last payment, meaning, let's say, oh, I just joined a week ago. So what I'll do is prorate the rest and send you that back. So I'm gonna send you that back so you don't lose, so you're not losing any days or any time. It would be so much easier just to get in before February. If it's after February and you're already in here, I think we have a fix or a plan. But if not, I'm gonna have to send out a special link for everyone that's already in here. So if you're already in, I already have your names. You're good. If you're already in, you know, old school, if you've already been with me for a little bit, I already have your names, you're good. But it's going to be a little bit of growing pains trying to convert everybody over. Once you get over, everything's going to be so much easier. So much easier. If you do it early and you send me the screenshot, hey, look, I did this day. I'm going to go back, look at the day or look how much time you had left. I'm going to divide the amount of days by the contribution. We'll figure out the days you have left, and I'm going to refund that money so you didn't lose a day. Now you're gonna have to take my word for it. I'm telling you, I will do that. If you wait till after February, I just hope everything goes smooth. Because we're building the plane as we're flying. I'm sorry. You know, if I had a really thick accent, I'm sure everything would be a lot smoother for me. If I had a super deep, thick accent, it'd be a lot smoother for me, but I don't, so I'm at a disadvantage here. If I kept repeating the word bullish for absolutely no reason, then I might have a different outcome. Okay, we got some intel. One of the homies is saying that someone put a $700,000 put. Look at that information. Look at that intel. Bullish, bullish, bullish. So $700,000 put. This is from some market data collector or some market data. We know that 85.22 is highly contested. We already know that. If you take below this, you better chase it. Your best bet is to wait for a break and retest. I don't even know if I want to take any more trades for the day. I don't know. I mean, I have seen a 30-point drop in one day. I have seen it. I've seen a 10, 20, and a 30-point drop in a day. So I know nothing is impossible, but you know, my risk tolerance, I don't like to be too risky. That's my issue. Okay? Look, if you're taking this purple, don't overstay your welcome. You know it's highly contested right here. If you took this purple, do not overstay your welcome. Because that market data makes show, hey, someone just put 700K in puts, and then 1 second later, well, guess what? Now we got back to key level and someone put 850K in calls. So wait for the confirmation, which is gonna be something like this. This 85.22 is highly, this is all the liquidity is built up right here. All of it. It's all built up here. And we got a long way to go for calls. The 20 is at 89.59. So I'm not saying to call the bottom. I'm saying the market will tell us. Wait for it to retest. Wait for it to get under and retest it. You know all the liquidity is right here. We got to protect against the stop hunt. Excuse me. We got to protect against the stop hunt. So wait for this if you're waiting for an entry. Or a far better entry. A far better entry would be here. I'm just going to clean this up. Would be like this, watch. If they built secondary liquidity. Something like that would be a far better entry, in my opinion. So let me clean up this chart. Let me do some work. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm here. I'm just doing work for you all. Let me see. This is our liquidity. So if you're looking for an entry on puts, look for the break, the retest, and the reject of this lick box. If you took this purple, don't overstay your welcome. Follow your exit strategy now. Now, if you took the Red Ranger, there's a lesson 8 explains how to play the Red Ranger. If you took the Red Ranger, lesson 8 explains exactly how to play the Red Ranger. If you didn't know, in the red obviously signifies a put, and then the green, well, not obvious, but I'm telling you now. And the green, you know, let's say if it looked like this, it would signify the call. So look, we want to protect against the stop hunt, so allow it to do what it needs to do so we don't get stop hunted. Because we know the liquidity is here. So we have to ask ourselves, is this a liquidity grab before they push up? We don't know yet. We're about to find out. And look, if I'm wrong and they decide to just dump from here without like a clean, you know, break and retest and reject, if I'm wrong, then I'm okay with that. The reason why is because I know the high probability, you know, I'm looking for safety. I'm looking for the least amount of risk. And sometimes that means we miss the home run. Sometimes that means we miss the home run. But you know, I just don't like the risk. I need it to look a certain way. It has to look a certain way. If it doesn't look that way, because the market will tell us. It's going to tell us exactly what we need to know. We just got to learn how to interpret it. Look at this. There's no real, I'm telling you right, there's no real algorithm here. They're not respecting any algorithm here. If you want to know what it needs to look like, something like this probably. Look for something like that around here. We're gonna say now that 85.22 has liquidity built up similar to the 20. Now, if we get back to the top of this lick box, we're going to start thinking the other way. If we get to the top of the lick box, then we're going to start thinking like this, right? I'm here. I'm just being quiet. Let's see how we react to this green. It'd be nice if they touch it and then pull, you know, do whatever I have here. So look, our put entry had to look like this. It had to break, retest, and reject. We broke, it retested, and continued. So this is what I'm saying. You know, all that. Jones, this is why I don't like to use those type of indicators, because it doesn't matter. None of that matters. The charts will tell us. They may say, oh look, all these puts just got put in. You know, that we'll know if that's true because the charts will tell us. It doesn't matter who, because someone else could be like, oh, okay, I see your 700 puts, I'm gonna raise you 735 calls. That's why none of that is, I'm not gonna say it's a waste of money, but it's kind of a waste of money because we don't need it. The charts will tell us. All that's gonna do is get you hyped for absolutely no reason. I like to see a little, you know, give me a red candle or something. I want to see some drawdown here. If this green's a thing, I want to see some drawdown here. A little bit of pullback. It would be ideal. It would be ideal. Okay. We're all still green. The 20 is at 89.71. All right, this is gonna give us a chance to test green, I guess. I'd still like some red candle. Okay. Oh man, look at them pushing this thing up. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Some red candle. Here we go. All right, so now I'm starting to... Well, let me let it close. Let me let it close before I talk too soon. Okay. So let's see if they're breaking the liquidity box, retesting the liquidity box. Let's see if they want to reject off the liquidity box. The 20's right here, so don't overstay your welcome if you're taking this trade. Because now we're kind of in this range. Between this and this. Look, if you're green for the day, there's no reason to sit here and trade all day. There's absolutely no reason to sit here and do this all day. And if you feel like you're here because you had FOMO and you missed out a whole bunch, this is probably your mind telling you you need to quit. I'm just putting that out there. You're gonna do with that what you will. Okay, now just don't overstay your welcome, okay? Okay, I offered 30 cents. Here's 50. There it is. There it is. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's actually too easy. Actually, I can't say that anymore. This is very difficult. I'm supposed to tell you that this is extremely difficult, and I didn't know that it was gonna spike up to here, retest down to here, and I didn't know that. I'm supposed to tell you that. It's whatever I'm supposed to tell you, there. Hey, look, here, watch this. Bang! That's what I'm supposed to tell you. Now look, you know, we may not get 100% of the move, but we're going to get something. We're going to get something out of it. Just don't overstay your welcome. Don't over leverage. Take the money when you can. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. If you didn't take your profit by now, there's nothing I can do for you. Okay, one more time. I have to say this. Stop sending me money directly. You have to go through the website. You have to go through the website. There is no other option because I'm refunding money. As soon as you send it, it's being refunded, and it's actually apparently I have to pay for that. So stop sending me directly. Go through the website. Easy. So we got back in this zone, right? If we get above the 20, then we'll probably let it run a little bit. Then we'll let it run a little bit. But until then, you gotta watch out. Take your money when you can. So if you're looking for an entry for calls, you gotta see if a weak a weak bear cycle plays out. You got to see if this weak bear cycle plays out if you're looking for a call entry. If you're looking for puts, probably somewhere down here, right? Probably somewhere down here if you're looking for puts. Now you need to see, can I hold through the weak bear cycle? Do I have that ability, or am I the type that wants to take my money and get out? You need to figure this out on your own. There's only so much I can do. Now we should be asking ourselves, are they turning around to smack us in the face before they continue, or is this a momentum candle that's going to produce this? This is what we need to be asking ourselves. You need to ask yourself, are you holding and staying with the strategy? You need to ask yourself these questions. Because technically we're still in exit strategy 1. Watch, when this plays out, we're gonna go through it, and you're gonna be like, huh? And I'm gonna say, did you follow the exit strategy? Watch. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I already know. I already know it. Let's see if you get your second bite at the apple. All of this is written down, by the way, on how to play everything. Look, we're gonna go through it. Let's say you took green. You took this green, right? Now, your stop is supposed to be below the last low. So you put your stop all the way down here. You gotta be comfortable with that. So if this is our entry on green, you put your stop below the last low, and then you let you let it play out. So you're still in exit 1. Even if you got the worst possible fill, if you would have stuck to the strategy, you can at least come out alive. And now you get a chance to think, can I hold through the weak bear cycle now? At least you gave yourself that opportunity. You can't let the one red candle scare you out, because they're turning around to either smack you in the face. We already been through it, but Now, if you wanted to move to exit strategy 2, I can see a case to be made for that because of this strong push. So I can see a case for that. If you're the type that wants to get your money and get out, you need to figure out who you are. If you're the type that can actually stick to the strategy and hold through the retracement, then you probably do a little bit better. But there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to attack this sort of stuff. We knew that it was going to get a little shaky in here, right? We already knew that. How do we know that? Because we have this. If you're looking for safety, you got to wait till we get up here. If you're in here, you're okay with the price. Now, did you hold through the week bear cycle? Are you holding through it? You don't have to use real money to figure this stuff out. You don't need to use real money. You can paper trade. You can paper trade. You don't have to use actual money for any of this. So look, if we get below here, if this happens, you need to look the other way. We already knew the environment we're going to be in. We already knew. We already know once we get up here what the environment's going to be like. It's denoted by this gray squiggly line. Squiggly is actually a technical term. Did you hold through the weak bear cycle? Did you hold through the weak bear cycle? That's what I'm saying. Now you're in profit. We'll let it go a little bit more. We'll let it go. Our best bet is to follow the strategy. This is our best bet. I'm telling you. You can't let the candle scare you out. Just follow whatever the strategy is that I have printed. You'll be fine. But you have to understand who you are. Understand your risk tolerance. It's different for everybody. Uh-huh. Look, at least we got our second bite at the apple. Well, close to it. At least we got our second bite at the apple. So here's the thing. Even if you got the late fill, let's say you got at the top of the wick, you still, as long as you held, you had an opportunity, if you follow the strategy, to figure out what your life's going to be like in the next 5 minutes. You at least gave yourself that amount of time. But you have to follow it. I mean, you don't have to, but it's our best bet. It's our best bet. That's what I'll say. Uh-huh. There it is. Yep. Did you hold? Did you hold through the week? Through the week bear cycle? There you go. At least you get a look. We got a chance now. At least we got a chance. If you took the bait, if you let them slap you and keep going, if you didn't put your stop appropriate, which I know this is uncomfortable, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I know it's uncomfortable amount of drawdown, but that's, you know, if we're playing the game, we got to play by the rules. Here's a second bite at the apple. Plenty of time to get at least half a point. Let me see. Wait, what? A little bit more than half a point. And at least you gave yourself amount of time to say, okay, now I can figure out the next 5 minutes of my life. But you needed to at least follow the strategy. It's all written down. There's none of this is a surprise. None of it. If you allow the red candle to scare you, this is them slapping you in the face to say, haha, thank you, you're it. Now we know we're in here, right? So I get it. If you don't want to overstay your welcome, that makes sense. You can scalp your way to victory. You don't have to be the hero and hold for all day. Understand the environment we're in right now. Understand the environment you're in. Understand your risks. Now at this point you should be thinking, am I willing to go through exit strategy 2? Or am I willing to go through exit strategy 3? Or do I want to take my profit? This is what you need to be asking yourself. But from green, what is this? 87.89 to 88.71. 87.89 to 88.67, let's say. That's a decent win. That's a good win. Let's check higher time frame. We're still far below the water. Still very far below the water. Very far below the water. I do see weakness on the 30. The 30 does have some weakness coming in. Weakness to the downside, so meaning the bear trend's getting weak. Far below. But we're above on the 1, so sideways, right? We'll know once we get above the 20. If you're doing exit 3, you're still in the trade, technically. You're still in the trade if you're in exit strategy 3. A lot of wicks pointing down. We need to break above 88.55. If it's going to continue up, we need to get above 88.55. I'm here, I'm just being quiet. We need that close. No more wicks. Let's close. Come on. No more wicks. We need to close. Now, if you're in exit strategy 3, you're still in the trade. You're still in the trade. Matter of fact, one is still not triggered yet. No. This is 2. And then, yeah. If you're working on 3, you're still in 3 as well. Exit 2 is probably about to get triggered. But 3 is still going. We need to close above 88.55. Or wait, what did I say? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Easy, right? So we don't have to worry about our entry. Our entries are fine. You need to work on your exit. Our entry, perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with our entry. Work on your exit. All of the entries have hit. We're 100%. Let me go ahead and put my... Hey. Now look, we didn't get 100% of the trade, but we... Oh wait, where was it? Over here? But we got something. Look at that. There it is. I told you if we break above... The entries are fine. Work on your exit. That's what I've been trying to tell everyone. Work on your exit strategy. Don't rely on indicators. Rely on the charts. They're not going to lie to you. The charts won't lie. Look at this. This is the entry. If you're in exit strategy 3, you're still in the play. I've been talking, we're talking through this, right? There's no surprise. Everyone knows. That's okay. No, it's okay, bud. I wasn't only talking to you, by the way, Alvaro. Mr. Alvaro from Spain. I wasn't talking to you. It's more. It's a couple more people. If there's one thing we take away from today is we cannot rely on indicators. They simply just do not work. They don't work. They don't work. If they worked, everybody would be filthy rich. Everyone would have Gucci, well, let me not. Everyone would have Gucci flip-flops. Oh my goodness. So figure out an exit. You don't have to worry about the entry, okay? The entries are fine. You need to worry about your exit. How much money do you want to collect? How much risk are you willing to take? How much drawdown are you willing to go through? There's only so much I can do. I told you, if we get down here, then you think the other way. Until then, you're still in the play, right? Did I not say that out loud in front of everyone? And I even showed a graphic of what I'm talking about? Look at the money. I told you. We already knew what was going to happen. Oh, my goodness. If you let the one red candle scare you, this is them turning around, slapping you in the face. They don't look. If you're in this Discord, don't let them slap us in the face. We know our entries are good. We know it. We just got to stay a little bit behind them. Now you may feel that win. You may feel the win, but we're going to be fine. We'll be fine. Today's the 29th. Join the Discord ASAP, Rocky, because tomorrow, February, it's going up. The price is going up February, and now you see why. Whatever's in my head is very valuable. People ask me, you know, about the algorithms. How do you do the algorithm? Yada, yada, yada. Go back in time. Look at me. Get this green. There's no connection to anything. You got to see it, and it takes time. Eventually, you're going to see it. It just takes time. There's nothing special I'm doing. Just don't overstay your welcome. Don't get greedy. You're going to be fine. This took me out. This one just took me out as I just said it. Okay. I didn't place runners. So, all right. So I went a little bit light on this one because, you know, I saw this chop in here. So I went light and this one just took me out. Okay. I need to get up and circulate some blood. Don't do this. This one took me out. Okay, I'm gonna circulate some blood. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. I'm not rage quitting. I'm just. It's okay. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. And again, really quick before I still haven't taken my break. Really quick, all the information from the Discord is offered for free for a day. It's all offered for free. You just need to take the little effort to go to the website and do whatever the sign up is. You know, it should take you a minute or two, if that. And you can get whatever the information. Look at this, man. Okay. Look, it happens to me too. I got smacked in the face. Oh man, it happens to me too. I didn't want to, but yeah, it's fine. Let me walk this off. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Now I'm rage quitting. I'm not gonna quit, but I'm rage getting upping and man. All right, I'm not gonna pout on stream. I'm not gonna do that. Everything's cool. Everything's completely cool. I promise. Everything's fine. I'm not upset. It's because I'm not paying attention. I need to pay attention. Anyways, all right. This is for you. This is not about me. So I'm not gonna be good to anyone if I'm in this state. Let me get up and walk away. Look at this. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what we got. A slow grind. Okay, let me check on everybody. Everyone cool? So, I know my mind state's wrong because look at the absolute phenomenal day. Look at the phenomenal day we had. Absolutely phenomenal day. And then this is what pisses me off. Getting stopped out here is what pisses me off. So, you know, the greed, I can feel it. It's filling my heart and I don't like that. So let's just go through, look at this, look at this. And I even said, you know, then we're going to look for the 20, and I wasn't paying attention. That's why this got me, because I wasn't paying attention. And that's the truth. So, let's go through it. If the entry's on the green, right? Here's our green entry with the, and I even drew the pattern it needed to look like. All right, cool. If the put was here and the call was here, we only had one choice, because this never presented itself. And if you wanted to wait for safety, then you're gonna wait for this, for the break and retest and reject of this red. But, you know, we have to understand that this never presented itself, so it couldn't be a put scenario. It had to be a call scenario, because this is the this is the only option that we had. So besides giving away the actual information before it happens, there's nothing more I can do. It's gonna take you time. It's gonna take you time to deal with drawdown like this. It's gonna take you time to actually trust the strategy. And look, in time, I'm getting better myself. I'm still getting better. Because there was somewhere over, I forgot where now, where I was talking about exit strategy 3. I'm doing my hybrid strategy. You know, you just got to know when to use a different one. In time, you'll get there. It takes time. And it's just going to take you the time to, hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Excuse me. Let me clean up this chart really quick. Let me do some work. Hold on. Let me do some work for y'all. So if they break this, look, if they, for whatever reason, I have, oh, okay, because of lick box. So if they break this, if we get underneath here, then we're gonna start looking the other way, okay? If this, all this needs to happen. All this needs to happen. Okay, back to what I was saying. It's gonna take you time before you're comfortable with a lot of this stuff. I'm pretty sure you've already gone through it a million times before, and you're just hearing me repeat the same thing that goes through your head. So when you join, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. The amount of time it takes you to be comfortable with following the strategy and allowing what needs to happen, there's no way anyone could know that but you. But what I will tell you, it is going to happen. It just takes time. How do I know? Because you're a human being, and there's no difference between me and you. There's absolutely no difference except the experience. There's no ability that I have that you don't have. It's just the experience. And I'm telling you right now, chances are, if you have indicators up, you're overloading your senses with too much information. It's just too much. You don't need the indicators aren't going to help you. It's not going to help you. Not going to help you in, day trading, what we're doing. Sometimes there's like a 9 EMA strategy people do. Like, that maybe works. Stuff like that. Sure. Fine. But, for the most part, day trading, that stuff's not going to help you. So turn off all the screens. You only need one damn screen or two, right? You need your trading view or whatever you're using to chart, and your brokerage. That's it. That's it. We don't need, your screen shouldn't be like full of indicators. I get it. It's full of gobbledygook right now because I'm drawing a whole bunch of stuff, but I need you to see my vision, right? And the only way you can see my vision is by me, drawing it. So it's difficult for me to try to show you what I'm seeing precisely. This is the best I can do, and I'm not the best artist. This is the best I can do. So this orange has a lot of liquidity in it, okay? We see the liquidity built up in this orange. Liquidity goes horizontally and diagonally. Horizontal liquidity, diagonal liquidity. Horizontal liquidity, diagonal liquidity. All right, if you are in exit strategy 3, you need to start tightening your stops now. Now is the time to tighten your stops. I'm not saying stop yourself out. I'm saying to tighten your stops. That's all. If you took this green, if you took this, it's not like we didn't have all this gosh darn time, but if you did take this, now it's time to start tighten those stops. Again, I'm not saying to stop out. Just be reasonable with your stop now. Right? If you took the proper entry, if you follow the strategy, you can't lose from here. You cannot lose from here. Just don't get greedy. When I'm saying greedy, I mean you leave your stop down there expecting a big turnaround. Don't do that. Just take the money when it presents itself. And now we gotta, if we get up to this green here, we gotta measure risk to reward from green to purple. Excuse me, from green to the 20. And if you made money today, call it a day. Call it a gosh darn day. Why are you sitting here doing this to yourself? We've done the work. If you're trying to scrape out an extra couple bucks, you're never going to grow your account. You're never going to grow your account. All right, let me focus. Also, when you join the Discord, you have access to these charts on your own. You can manipulate. The only thing you can't do is edit it. You can't, take away my drawings or stuff like that. But you can manipulate the size, and if I'm shaking it too much, you don't have to worry about that. You can use your own. I'll probably trail along. If I was in, I got stopped out. If I was in, what do you call it? Exit 3, I would be trailing along this orange. So your stop should be along the orange. Whenever they close below and break this orange, that's when you get out. If you want, that's just what the exit strategy says. So it's up to you to decide that along this orange. I'm really interested to see what happens if we get up against this green though. Really interested. Because it's going to get a little crazy over here. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to be sitting here in the background quiet because there's nothing to do here. Our put scenario. We'll get interested in puts somewhere here. Let me make this look a little bit better. We'll get interested and put somewhere here. I'm going to put alerts. If you're not in a play yet, we'll get interested in calls. It's got to be above the 20. That's the answer. It's got to be a break and retest of the 20, like this. If you're interested in calls, it has to be like that. And now you see why I'm upset that I stopped myself out on this candle. I didn't even get my second bite at the apple. That's why, and that was just me not paying attention. Trying to talk and teach and type and talk to people. That was just error on my part. But I'm not going to be upset about it because we had a we had a good day. We had a good day. And that's what I'm telling you. The home runs will come. The home runs are going to come. Take the little bit of money, if you $10, $15, $20, who cares? It's money. Stop being weird. Let me see what happens here. This is why I'm mad I stopped myself out, because I knew this. Not that I knew, but I just knew it was a high probability chance. That's what I knew. And look, go back in time, because I know a lot of you asked me about these trend lines. Go back in time and figure out how I did green. If you can figure it out, good luck. Good on you. Because I still don't know. Because clearly we're not connecting tops and bottoms. That's just not a thing. I mean, it is for a trend, right? That's easy for a trend. A trend is what? 3 touches on the top, 3 touches on the bottom. That technically that's a trend. I'm going to clean this up really quick just so I wanted to get a visual, but I think it's okay now. Keep in mind, our entry was here. Our entry was here, stated very clearly. And we even saw the break and retest of our what? Liquidity box. Very simple. Very simple. Certain things must happen. Look at this. Look at this. That's okay. We're not here for me. We're here for you. So if you're in this trade, good on you. If I told you to guide along orange and you are, good for you. Good for you. You did better than me. All right, we're back at the 20. Let's see what they got. You know it's going to get shaky here, right? Give me a moment. I gotta take this call. I'm still here. I'm just being quiet. Look, we're at the 20. There's nothing really to do here. We got to break, retest, reject convincingly, because we don't want to get with the stop hunt and then they pull liquidity from the 20 and then head back down. Because this is a 50-50 flexion point right here. Let me put that. Gotta make it a little wider. All right, I'm gonna be here, quiet. But I'm still here. Just give me a moment. Rhino, check your DM when you get a chance. Hey, look, let me tell you something right now. If one of you hacked the WAP or the website, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you, and it's not gonna be nice. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. If one of you are trying to hack this stuff, I'm gonna find you. It's not gonna be nice. I'm a very reasonable person. I'll be back. I gotta do admin. Okay, back to the action. If you took the 50-50, you're welcome. If you saw the break of this green and retested this green, you're welcome. The green was our entry, right? Bang. All right, let's put the mascot up. Let's put that mascot. There it is. So look, the green, right? This is our entry on green. I know a little risky on the 20. As I said, measure risk to reward from green to the 20. Top of the lick box. Let's see if they give a little bit of pullback on the lick box. Look, if I've been pretty reasonable individual doing all this stuff, trying to help people, and I don't know why me, but maybe I'm special. Maybe I'm special in the way no one wants to be. Oh man, that's okay. I'll be all right. Either way, I've trained myself for a very specific skill, and I'll be okay. If I find out, look, you need me more than I need you. If I find out who it is, hopefully this is a mistake. Hopefully it's just a big misunderstanding. But the money's looking funny. Money's looking funny, I'll say that. I'm gonna keep calm. I'm not gonna jump to any conclusions. I'll wait. I'm not gonna jump to any conclusions. But I know it's looking funny. I know that. Oh my goodness. Amazing win. Hell yeah. Good, man. I'm so glad to hear it. I love to hear that. It's gonna get easier. Oh. Huh. Okay, I got you. I got you. Now I get it. Okay, listen. Nice rejection off the lick box right here, but listen. All right, how do I say this? I'm not afraid to remove people and to give you your money back. I'm not afraid. I don't need your money. So, okay. If you know what you're doing, there you go. Just, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You know something is weird. I'll give you a chance to explain yourself. Otherwise, you probably won't be welcome. Otherwise, you're not going to be welcome. So I'll let you explain yourself. We'll figure it out. Maybe you can help me. Maybe you're going to show me a weakness that I need to pay attention to, a chink in the armor, so to speak. But I'll give you, if you're still listening, I'll give you a chance. Send me an email, livespytrading@gmail.com, and I'll let you explain yourself before I rush to judgment. It's so silly. The opportunities that people are willing to risk to scrape $1. You're trying to scrape $125. That's insane. That's insane. Look at the money we printed today, and this guy, and I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but man, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. Damn, I'm upset now. Now I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna walk away for a second. We had an absolutely amazing play. Here's another setup right here off of green. The break and retest of the 20. Awesome win. Look at. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna get up and walk away for a second. I'll be right back. I'm probably gonna rage quit, so just give me a second. I'll think. Nope, I'm rage quitting. I'm rage quitting because I stopped myself out trying to deal with this stuff over here for no reason, right? I was in over here. I stopped myself out over here for absolutely no reason because I was dealing with this BS. I'm rage quitting. Yeah, I'm rage quitting. Here's the thing, if we had like thousands of people in here, there's no way I would have found that. There's no way. It's only because we're small. I was able to find it. If there are a lot of people in here, there's no way I would know. It's only because we're small and it's obvious, right? If we had even, it's only because we're small I figured it out. It wasn't even me. But I'm gonna rage quit, so my mind's not right now. You know, I did all we could. I'm gonna go ahead and go over this. I'll go over the plays for the day for everybody else. Okay. From the jump on our 5-minute chart, we did find the bolt down with a break and retest of this level right here, of this lick box right here. This is our first entry. If you didn't like that entry, our second entry was on the break and retest of our 5. The third entry was on the break and retest of our 20. We identified the algorithm shift. Our next call entry was on this green. The next one was on this green, and then it's still winning. So this was an absolutely phenomenal day. Don't worry about the way I sound. It's just people. You know, people are gonna be people. So it's just more. You know what? I'm glad it happened because now I'm aware of the weakness. Now I'm aware. So I'm glad it happened now while we're small, because there's no way I would have figured it out if we had more people. So thank you. You think you got one up over on me, but you did me a favor. So, but yeah, I'm sorry, YouTube, everybody. I'm gonna rage. I'm rage quitting today. I'm rage quitting today. We had a good day though, so I'm not gonna be upset. We had a very, very, very amazing day. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, go to the website, lastbuytrading.com. I'll get you sorted out. Let me go ahead and go there and read that first. Here's a disclaimer. Wait, what the heck? Is it not on there? Now everything's messing up. All right. Do not consider this financial advice. Trading stocks involves risk. The owner of this channel, the traders that appear on the broadcast, and their affiliate companies are not liable for any losses inflicted in relation to its content. We had a pretty good day. If you're interested, you got to join before February, because February's the price going up. Today's the 29th. Figure your life out. Also, I don't need your money. If you're joining, it's because you're requesting the service that I provide. I don't need your money. So, and I also don't want shitty people in my Discord. I just don't. And neither does anybody else. So, good luck to you, whoever you are. Good luck to you. But thank you. Either way, that's been my time. YouTube, TikTok, X, Instagram, wherever. Discord, I'm literally gonna rage quit now. So I'm just gonna cut it, and I'm gonna be out. Okay, I love you guys. If I don't respond to your DMs, just give me some time. I will. Just give me some time. I got a lot of admin stuff I gotta do. Oh yeah, I gotta do a little bit of admin too, so I might stick around for a second or two, but after that, I'm out. But YouTube, it's been a pleasure. Next month, the price is going up. Join now. Goodbye.